Hello again, welcome back to my channel. Back in the beautiful Lake District and looking forward to heading up into the mountains. But before I do, I wanted to show you some new clothing that I've been sent by the Swedish outdoor clothing company, Revolution Race. If you watch my videos regularly, you'll often see me wearing their gear. I really like their clothing, and jackets, trousers, shorts. I've got quite a bit of their kit. So the first thing I want to show you is this Silence Proshell jacket. It's a waterproof jacket using their new Hypershell Pro membrane. I chose it in this Ocean Teal colour, which I think is really nice. And as with the other jackets I've got from Revolution Race, it's got the pit zips there, so you can zip those down to cool your body temperature off if you're getting too hot on the mountain climbs. And it's also got fully taped seams on all the zips. Nice chest pockets there. There's a pocket inside as well. You can cinch in the waist. It's got a really big hood which is helmet compatible too. Chose it in this Ocean Teal colour, which I think is really nice. But yeah, they do other colours as well, so check out the website. They also sent me these Silence Proshell trousers. They use the same Hypershell Pro membrane. Again, all the zips are sealed, and got pockets on the front there. Two of those. Again, like a lot of Revolution Race stuff, they've got leg vents on the side of the thigh there, and you can also adjust the ankles with the zips at the bottom. Easier to get your boots on. Fully waterproof trousers, so I'll be sure to be checking these out in winter. It's getting colder and wetter now this time of year, so I'm looking forward to using these in winter and keeping myself warm and dry during the wet and cold weather. Unlike a lot of other waterproof clothing, they're quite quiet, these. You know, when you wear waterproof clothing, it's quite noisy, it's rustly, but yeah, really soft and quiet, which is nice. I think it's really smart as well. I really like the colours, and I think they match pretty well too. So be sure to check out the website, and you'll be able to find these on the website. There's different colours available too. So that's the Revolution Race Silence Proshell jacket and trousers. Anyway, let's get up into the mountains. Hello again, welcome back. And I've just arrived at Moonlit. Got parked down there, and I've just realised I've forgotten my GoPro batteries. So I've only got this one battery, and I'm not going back. It's my first time out for about 5 weeks, and I feel like it's more like a year since I've been out. So yeah, head's a bit all over the place. So I'm gonna have to try and make this battery last, and I'll just have to get what I get. But it's one of them days where you never really know what the weather's going to do. But the forecast for tonight is 30 to 40 mile an hour winds. So my plan is to, don't tell anyone, but I'm planning to bag some Wainwrights. There's 3 on this route that I've chosen, but because of the high wind forecast, I've decided to do this route the other way around, in the opposite direction, and towards the end of the route I'll camp lower down, about 500 metres I think. I was going to camp on this side, but I'm planning to camp on that side. Anyway, it's a steep ascent from Moonlit, heading up this way, and I'll do a bit more ascent, and then I'll get back to you in a bit. So I think I've just reached the summit of my first Wainwright for the day, but it doesn't look particularly much. South of Fell it's called, 522 metres, but there's no real markers of anything, so maybe you guys can confirm if this is it or not. But looking towards Blencaster there to the north, see the cloud. I reckon the cloud base is probably about 2,000 feet, pretty much all around But it's a beautiful day. We're well into November now. It must be about 16 degrees, I think it is. Crazy. So yeah, so south of Fell, so I'm heading north. I'll not tell you what my other Wainwrights are. There's 2 more that I'm planning to do, so if you want to have a bit of a work out what you think they are, I'll tell you a bit later on. Just looking north now towards Blencathra Sharp Edge. Look at that cloud just drifting across it. Looks really nice, that. So clue is we're not doing that today. I've done Sharp Edge a couple of times in the past, so not today. Yeah, that's brilliant, that. Just stopped there to confirm my route on the map. So we're going to be dropping down now into the valley there and then round that way. But great views of Sharp Edge and Blencathra again there. I can see a load of people on the top of Blencathra, and that cloud's moved across now. It looks beautiful, that. Yes, we've got to lose a load of height and then gain it again, climbing up through the valley. But that feels like about 18 degrees. I haven't got my thermometer on me, but bloody hell, it's like a summer's day. That was good there, looking back towards Bannerdale Crags. Yeah, what a day. And I'm not going to mention the wind, but there's no wind yet. Let's not talk about the wind. So I've just dropped down there, crossed over the stream, little bridge, and they've been going just about an hour. I've done 2.5 miles and 1,200 feet of ascent. I gave myself 3 hours for this, and that's just sort of through experience. So it'll be interesting to see if I get it right or not. But yeah, wow. Sharp Edge right in front of us now, and there's quite a lot of people on the other path at the other side of the stream. I'll just get a bit closer and I'll show you this view of Sharp Edge. Sharp Edge. Looks great from here. Another great view of Sharp Edge from here. Look at that. That's why you don't want to get Sharp Edge wrong. If you fall off this side, I mean if you fall off the other side it's not great either, but it's a tricky one, is Sharp Edge. If it's not dry it can be fatal. It really can. But I bet not many people get this view, because most people just go up to it. Myself, I've never been this way myself, just went up Sharp Edge like you do. But views from here, great, love that. So I've just topped out at the head of the valley now, and now it's time to head for my second Wainwright of today. What do you reckon? What do you think it is? Again, this is an area I've never been to before. But yeah, I think that might be Skiddaw over there. Might be. Anyway, we're going to head this way to my second Wainwright. You guessed it yet? Let's go. So I've just arrived at Bannerdale Crags, and 683 metres I think it is. I don't know what that is in feet, but look at that. Look at the views there. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think when I was coming up, I think there's a ridge that you can come up down here, or is that it there? But look at that. Absolutely superb. It's not much of a summit really, but yeah, it's Bannerdale Crags. There it is, and if we look back to Skiddaw, that's clouding in now, and you can see the cloud whipping right across. Sorry, it's not Skiddaw, is it? It's Sharp Edge on Blencathra. But everything's changing quite quickly, and my next summit is heading over towards the east there, and Bowscale Fell is my third Wainwright of the day. Because it's going to be quite windy tonight, well that's the forecast anyway, I'm planning to drop down to Bowscale Tarn. I think it's about 500 metres. Right, so anyway, let's get on with it. So I just made it to the summit of Bowscale Fell, which is my third Wainwright of the day. I think the summit's there, and or this. I think it's that one actually. But yeah, so again, I've never been to this area before, but my plan is now to head down to Bowscale Tarn. So I'll be checking the map and looking at the routes down to Bowscale Tarn, and that wind's picking up already. As you can see, the crag's coming in. And it's changing, it really is. I've got my gloves on, put my top back on. Yeah, so it was easy to be lulled into a false sense of security earlier with the nice weather, but the forecast for tonight is really windy, so I'm not going to risk it and stay up here. Right, let's have a look at the map and start heading down. So we're just looking down on Bowscale Tarn. Nice and sheltered here. I don't know if there's a tent pitch down there. If there is, I'm going to be going somewhere else. Someone's swimming. Respect. Respect. Yeah, so we'll drop down to the tarn and have a look where we can get the tent pitched. Looks nice though. Right, let's go. Right, so we're all pitched up here at Bowscale Tarn. Looking good. I need to go and get some water. So I'll head down to the stream just down here, get some fresh water and get a brew on, I think. I haven't even had anything to eat yet. Must be about 4:10, and it took me 3 hours to get here. I set off at 12:25 and I got here at I think it was 22 minutes past 3. Well, nearly 3 hours. It's a lovely little spot. Camped pitched up just above the tarn there. A very steep descent. There's a path. Might just be able to see it there. Very steep descent. I came down that way. Right, let's get some water. Get that kettle on. Wow, look how clear that is. crystal clear. What a lovely spot. Right, let's get back to the tent. So here we are, pitched up just above Bowscale Tarn. I think that's what it's called. But I've just had to shut the door. There's some really big gusts coming through. Really. I've got it nailed down, so hopefully it's going to be okay, but I've not seen it bent round like this before. Flipping heck. And the winds were forecasting. It's not even dark yet, it's 4:45. I think I'm going to nip out and measure these wind speeds. That's the worst I've seen in this tent. 40-mile-an-hour gusts were forecast, but we'll just have to see. It is gusty, it's not constant, but bloody hell. Right, I'm going to nip outside and have a look, see what's going on. Right, I've been outside and secured the tent. There's nothing more I can do. I've sort of dropped it down a bit so that it's as low as it can be to the ground. All the pegs are all good and everything, but excuse me. Fortunately, that wind's dropped a bit now, but I've just looked at the forecast and it's supposed to be continuing all through the night, really. So my plan is, I've had a look at my route back. I reckon I can get back to the car in about an hour. Pretty straightforward route. I'm only at 1600 feet here, so it's a pretty straightforward route back. So worst case, I'll have to pack up and head back if it gets really bad and the tent starts failing. But I'm going to make sure that I've got everything ready for a quick departure if I have to, and I'll just take it from there. It does seem to have eased now, the winds, but it was really bad earlier. I measured 35 constant, 45-mile-an-hour gusts. Were just, all this side of the tent was just touching me here. All this side just bending into here. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I've made some plans in case I do have to pack up and get out of here. So yeah, so I feel better knowing that I've got an action plan if needs be. Okay, see you in a bit. I don't know what the wind speed is, but one of the guys has just ripped off the tent, so I've had to put it back on while I can get the tent taken down in this wind. And, I'm just going to pack up and head off now. It's pretty boring this actually, so still quite early. What is it, 7:30? Forecast is like this all night, so I'm just going to get off and get back to the car, I think. See you in a bit. So that's it, I'm all packed up. Leave no trace as always. Yeah, so it's just a matter of heading back down to the car now, so find my way back in the dark, should be alright. I've just checked the map, so one last check, make sure I've not left anything. Probably blown away anyway. Yeah, all good. can you believe it? I'm back again. I've walked down 3 miles off the mountain, and then walked towards, well, I got to Mungrisdale, then headed back up again a different route, and I've pitched, you can probably hear, I've pitched by the river, but hopefully it's going to be more sheltered down here, and I'm absolutely knackered. So yeah, I may not get much sleep, but I don't anyway, but hopefully I'll just get some rest. But yeah, it's I'm glad I got off of there. It was just crazy. There was actually some lads pitched across the way, probably about 100 yards away, but they was in a more sheltered looking spot, and even if you can be pitched 10 yards away, the conditions can be different. So I did right to get off. No fun in that, just rubbish really. So pretty nice down here. Forecast for tomorrow is alright, and I've probably got about half an hour walk back to the car now. Yeah, so I'm going to get my sleeping bag sorted out, and not have another brew, and then I'm going to check out, I think. I didn't want to just head back home, because this is my November camp. I've said to you before, I'm trying to do a camp every month, and if I'd have just headed back home, that ain't camp, is it? So if I last a night here, that would be my November camp done. So that's another month ticked off. Whew. Right, probably see you in the morning. See ya. Well, good morning. It's 22:08 now, and the sun's just risen, although I can't see it from here. But that's east over that way. What a beautiful morning. Now I can actually see things. Pictured in the dark last night, I wasn't sure what it was like here, but it looked pretty good. But God, it's beautiful now. A bit noisy next to the river, but so what? Got my porridge on there. Been a good night. Really sheltered down here. I looked on the weather forecast and it was saying 30-mile-an-hour winds for here. There was nothing. Weather forecast. But yeah, porridge is on. Looking forward to something to eat. And it's probably about a 30-minute walk back to the car from here. Pitched at 850 feet. Not exactly on a mountain, but I did try 1650 feet I was at last night, and I had to bail, so tried it, but no. Right, I'm going to enjoy this porridge, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Tell you what I've noticed about these porridges recently as well. They don't put as much actual porridge in them, they turn them into a, look at that, it's like a porridge drink. I think I'll be trying something else next time. So, I've got nothing else, so I'll have it. like? It's 20 past 8 now, and all packed up, leave no trace, never know I'd even been here. Lovely, just how it should be. So it's time to head back to the car now, shouldn't take me too long, and decide where I'm going to get some cooked breakfast. Looking forward to that. Let's go. So I've just been talking to a guy there, and he said that south of fell is the most haunted fell in the Lake District. Apparently on the longest day of the year there's an army of soldiers wander across the top. Flipping heck. I think it's a good job I didn't know that before I spent the night there on my own. So I'm going to sign off here. Well, I've still got some battery left. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this piece and the battery won't die on me. But yeah, it's been a bit of a saga, that one. Flipping heck. I got my 3 Wainwrights done. That was the objective, and been feeling a bit crap recently. I lost my mountain mojo, so certainly got it back now, that's for sure. But yeah, them winds last night. I mean, I think there's a lot of BS on YouTube about wind speeds, but I measured 45 miles an hour, and it was worse than that when I got out and when I was packing up. So I don't know what it was, but I always try to keep it real on my channel and not dramatise it when there's no need. It just is what it is. But I definitely made the right decision to get out, and came down here, and it all worked out in the end. Lovely night. Big thanks for watching then, and if you've got any comments about my video or anything else, I always love to hear from you guys, any advice. And it's a new area for me, so if you know anything about it, I'd love to hear that too. And hope to see you in the next one. See ya.